Well, that was very strange, and my camera's gone now. But it is what it is. My streaming software outright crashed on me. So it all went away. But that's okay. I'm back. All right. So we had just hit a point here where the offensive player, my camera's gone. I don't know where it went. That's okay. My offensive player had scored a point. Boom. And Wilt Chamberlain has to move away. And actually, I'm going to go back to my previous stream because I need to make sure that I didn't already move Steve Nash. I do not need to hear from myself. I just want to see. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, Bob McAdoo came out after the. So let's see. It went, oh, we lost a whole bunch of stuff. Interesting. That's okay. So Bob McAdoo had come out. There we go. Well, this is what we're going to roll with. Steve Nash moves down, scores the point. And Dominique Wilkins comes in. So this is where we're going to continue. Wow. He does not have the wow. So we do this. Boom. And the other team gets the opportunity to pick. And they've got it. So Dominique Wilkins grabs it and slams it down and scores the point. Home player. Oh, and Steve Nash needs to go away. Does the home player have defensive reach? Home player have defensive reach. Where is reach? Reach is 4. Yes, they do. It is blocked. Both players go away. Home player have defensive spark. No. Visitors score. That is points for Joe Dumars and Dolph Shays. Heads to the back. Robert Parrish. Does he have pick? No. So I'm making sure that I'm getting this right again. It is a hoop cam. Hoop cam. Hoop cam. Lightning bolt. If neither team, you do that. If the lightning bolt team's player has the name quality, if not, it's rotating. The other team gets the exclusive rights. One of these times I'm going to remember that. So, exclusive rights to the penalty. So what's it say about a hoop cam? Quality is called for and the opposing team's player has it. The opposing team creates a score and gains. Was done a ref look? If so, resolve it as you normally would. So we're looking at a home team 2 shots. This is 2 shots for Robert Parrish. He's got 1. And 2. Robert Parrish puts 2 on the board. Nate Archibald and Bill Walton. Push. That is only Bill Walton locking all windows and doors. Easy basket. And floor cam. Home player with defense power. Does the home player have defense power? Yes. Rebuffed. And that is the end of the half. At the end of the half, the home team has My brain just stopped working. Home team. It is 6-5. 6-5. It is 56 to 50. 56 to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These cards go away. If you're just rejoining me, my streaming software completely crashed on me, and you missed a barn burner of a second quarter. Not really. We did have Pete Maravich come out for the rest of the half. So I guess Maravich can come back into the game now. And we're going to be redoing our roster here just in case, because it is the start of the quarter, new quarter. So we're going to bring, that's what our roster there is going to be looking like. And we're going to put Nate Archibald back here. And we're going to reset that. So, like I said, if you're just rejoining me, my camera crashed, but normally I'm in the bottom left corner and I'm not worried about bringing it back now. We have a 6-5 game according to our mid-high chart. That is a 52 to 48. But when you add in free throws, it is 56 to 50 going here into the third quarter. Let's get it going. Pick. Hoop cam. No, just David Robinson has a pick, defensive rebound, and a fast break, and he slams it down. That is David Robinson putting an impact point on the board. Pete Maravich coming out. Coach, we got another time out. And in comes Nate Thurmond. Where'd I put my dice? Up here. That is a 7, and that is an energize, and that is points for the visitors. Bill Walton shuffles in. Hoop cam. So does he have arc? No, he does not, which means he's got an opportunity for push, and he grabs it and puts it in. Bill Walton ties up the game, and the decision to bring in Nate Thurmond only helped for a moment. David Robinson has found his way back up. We got a floor cam. Does the visitor player have defensive spark? No. Home team scores, and Bill Walton puts another one through the hoop. I don't know how to call a basketball game. I've watched plenty of them, but I feel like I don't know what I say, what to say. I don't want to just say slams it in all the time because that's not what would happen. I'll just go to my NBA jam. He's on fire! Bump. So we're looking at, we got underlined bump on both these guys, but we do have the lightning bolt. We're going to roll to see if anything happens. 5, that is smart, and he does have it, so that is rejected and nothing happens. Swat it away. Floor cam. Does the visiting player have offense quick? Offense quick. Is that in this 2? He does not know. That is a missed shot. Dominique Wilkins. Bill Sharman. Unusual. Go to the unusual results chart. Let's get one of those. That sounds fun. Boom. 9. Active home player has a defense check. So we're going to go look at this second chart. So in the defensive check, this is a piece that I actually somehow glanced over in the instructions. I'm assuming on the defense check, any underlined defensive qualities count as 2 qualities. So we're looking at defensive qualities, and this is, oh yeah, it was a 9. Here we go. Active home player. So we're looking at Bill Sharman. So Sharman's got 1, 2, 3 qualities. Defensive stop, no score, both players rotate. So Bill Sherman was able to stop a run from being made. Joe Dumars and Steve Nash. Ref look at the visitor and 1. So Joe Dumars scores and goes to the line. Dumars hits it. And everybody rotates. Comes Nate Archibald. Visiting player with offensive skill. Yes, and underlined. That is 2 spaces. 2 points for Nate Archibald. And that's the biggest lead we've seen all day. Home player with offensive skill. Yes, and he scores. And Dolph Shays brings it back within some number. 10-9. 10-9. 88-84. But then we've got 4 points. So it's 91-88 going into the fourth quarter. 91-88 going into the fourth. I'm going to reset here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to rotate. And here we go. Fourth quarter. Timeout. I feel like every quarter is started with a timeout from a coach. And in comes the final bench player, Isaiah Thomas. And it's a 6, and that's in Energize. Isaiah Thomas scores a point. David Robinson. Not the right time to be sent down. Ref look. 2 shots, and we're looking at ref look. Bob Pettit has an underlined stars circle, so he's absolutely the guy taking these shots. So he takes 2 shots. That's an 8, and he clanks it. And a 7, he makes the second shot. And we're discarding a FAC from this pile. Here we go. Hoop cam. So it's got the lightning bolt. I'm going to say that the last team to score was indeed give me this. Oh, it was Robert Parrish because it was just 2 shots. Prior to that was a timeout. So there is, I'm not saying that the last team to score was considered with that lightning bolt. That lightning bolt is just going to be the end of me. The pawn didn't move. So that's the only time it comes into play is if the pawn moves. So here we go. So it is a grab. Both teams have grab. Both are underlined. So we're going to the visitor. That is Wilt Chamberlain gets the opportunity, but does he get rejected? That's a 4 for reach. He has it, and that means nothing happens. Robert Parrish plays some great defense on Wilt. Pete Maravich. Boom. Snag. Who's got snag? Just Dominique Wilkins. Can Maravich play defense with reach? No. And that is points, dominant points for Dominique Wilkins. Come on, fingers. Visiting player with defensive skill. Does the visitor player have defensive skill? No. Home team scores. So Bill Walton puts another one. And Joe Dumars. Ref look at the home team. Bill Walton scores and 1. And it is an 11, and he scores the free throw. Everybody moves on. Home team with defensive reach. No. Visitors score. Whew. This is just back and forth. Nate Archibald scores. Bill Sharman. Who's got big? Nate Archibald's got big. Let's go get it. He puts it in. And our final shot. Does the home team have offensive reach? Offense reach. My brain. No. And it is pushed away, and that is where that final score ends. Let's see what we've got. That would put us at Visitors 13-12. Whoop. 13-12. 115-111. The Visitors have 4 points. That's 119-116. 119-116. So technically, that puts us within the final minute mini game, which I have not actually read the rules for. I don't know how that works. I am not going to bore anybody on the stream with me learning how that works. So we have a win for our visiting squad. And now we are going to head to game number 2. Pull my coaches out so they don't accidentally mix them in. And here are our next squads. Here we go. Walking down the street. Shuffle this just a little bit more. I'll flip these cards this way. It's interesting to me the way that they've got these cards built that allow them to be used in 2 different directions. Get a lot of mileage out of 72 cards. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just going to pull these out now so I don't have to shuffle them later. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And here's our unused cards. Let's get some rosters for game number 2. Our first team is the Visitors, comprised of George Meekan, Allen Iverson, Magic Johnson, Julius Irving, Rick Barry, Damian Lillard, Jerry West, Moses Malone, and Bill Russell. So, we've got these 3 centers to choose from. We've got these guards, and we only got 2 forwards, so I guess they are our starting forwards. We are going with George Meekan because he is easily the best center on this squad. We're going to start with Julius Irving. He's going to be our first guy. And then we got all these guards. Let's figure out which guard is the right guy to go with. We're going to go Magic Johnson and Jerry West. Magic Johnson and Jerry West. there is the visiting starting squad, and then our bench is built up of these guys. We're going to go Moses Malone. Nope. We're going to go Bill Russell, Moses Malone, Damian Lillard, Allen Iverson. That's our bench. And they will be coached by this guy, Phil Jackson. Everybody knows Phil Jackson. That was the era in which I was watching basketball. And our home team, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Dave Bing, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, John Havlicek, Reggie Miller, Hal Greer, Steve Curry or Steph Curry, and Tim Duncan. Oh, man. I know I've got to start Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but I really want to start Tim Duncan. We're going to go Anthony Davis. Well, we only have 2 forwards again, so we're going to be carrying a ton of guards. Steph Curry, he's going to be coming in here as our number 3. Ooh, this team's stacked. And Chris Paul. As much as I like Reggie Miller, it's going to go, 4 stars. Oh, yeah, look at all those stars. We're going to go Tim Duncan, Reggie Miller, Hal Greer, Dave Bing. That's our bench. Here's our starters. And our coach is Daryl. Nope, I picked up a referee. Oops, I shuffled referees into the deck. That's a referee too. Whoop. There we go. Red Auerbach is our coach. Red Auerbach. Let's reset our pawns. 5 minutes. Reset our home and visitor. And we're going to stay on the mid to high scoring card. And hopefully my streaming software doesn't crash on me this time. That would be awesome. So here we go. And the tip-off is, we're starting with an unusual result. 6. Trailing team, home if tied. Active player sparks rally, moves 1 space. It's not doubles. So that is, if they're tied, it's the home team moves up. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar beats out Julius Erving to get started. We don't need the dice anymore. Coach, we're calling for a timeout already. Red Auerbach brings in Tim Duncan. And we're discarding a FAQ already. Okay. So, Tim Duncan. Boom. That's a 3, and we're in sync. That is points for Tim Duncan. George Meehan goes to the back. Leap. Does he have leap? Yes, indeed he does. The question is can Jerry West stop it? It's a 1 for skill, and he's got defensive skill, so nothing happens. He gets blocked. And everyone goes away. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson. Coach, we got another timeout. And Phil Jackson is not stoked about that matchup, so he brings in Bill Russell against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Discard the next FAQ as well. So we're going to roll. What do we got? That is a 4. Nothing happens. These guys go away. Whew. Right now, we're halfway through this deck, and visitors have not scored much at all. Home player with a defensive power. Yes, that is rebuffed. Rebuffed. Nothing happens. Steph Curry and Rick Barry. Boom. Who's got pick? Rick Barry's got himself some pick, and there we go. The visitors are on the board. And Steph Curry heads to the back, bringing up Anthony Davis. Home player, does he have offensive smart? No. Apparently Anthony Davis is a dummy. That is a stolen ball, and both players head to the back. Julius Erving, Chris Paul. And our final card for the first quarter, our second unusual card, that is a 10. Any player in the home stack with a circle symbol. I feel like I can't read that on that card, on the mat. Hold on. I'm taking out my printed mat because I feel like I cannot see what that symbol is supposed to be on the neoprene mat. Let's see. All right. So, what am I not seeing here? Any player in the home stack with a star symbol, aggressive defense play prevents score, otherwise visitor scores. So does anybody in the home team have a star? No, sir. So in this case, the visitors score, and we coming away with a tie. No free throws at all this time, after every free throw was done in the first quarter. And we are sitting at 19-19 after the first quarter. Let's reset our stoppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since we are tied, nobody gets anything special. Starting off the second quarter with a timeout. Just can't get away from him. Here comes Reggie Miller. And Reggie Miller, was this the right call from Red Auerbach? It is an 8. That is an energize. I think I've got a favorite team here. This home team. I'm on board with this. So that is points for Reggie Miller. And here we go. Bump. Who's looking for bump? Neither of them have bump. No, sir. No bump. So if nobody has bump, nothing happens. And they shuffle. That's right. If no one moves, it's whoever was the last one to score stays. Otherwise, you leave. Ref look. So we're looking at these two. They're equal. So it goes to the home team. So Tim Duncan is the one taking the shot. And there's a warning, so we're discarding a fact. That is a 7 for Duncan, and he clanks the first one. That's a 7 for the second. No points for Tim Duncan. You had the opportunity to get 2 additional points on the board for the home team, but couldn't do it. Visitor player with offense smart. No. Thrown away. What is going on? Yes. I guess this was the last team to score because they came into the quarter even. So the last team to score from a momentum standpoint, if anybody's listening, again, the lightning bolt is going to be the death of me. If a team scored on the previous fact. So right now, there is no momentum at all. So both teams, do either teams have yes? Both teams have yes. So it goes to the home team, John Havlicek, but we're checking for a SWAT. 5. Looking for a smart. Not defensive smart. That's points for John Havlicek. And Rick Barry gets beat. Home have offensive skill. Yes, sir. And that is another point for John Havlicek. Woo. Home team have offensive spark. Yes, sir. That is another point for John Havlicek. Woo. And the home team has gone on an insane run. Ref look. Havlicek gets the chance because he's got no symbol, and George Mikan has the explosion star. So we don't want a 4 or a 5 out of Havlicek. That's a 3, so that is 1 point. And another 3, that's 2 points for Havlicek. Mikan goes away. Havlicek goes away. That was a serious run. And the final card of the half is another ref look, and it's going to be Jerry West taking the shots. 2 shots for Jerry West. That is a 9. First shot is good. And the second shot is a 10, and that shot is also good. Oh, that is a big gap. So there was something in here about making sure that nobody ever got too far apart. Let's see. No team hit the cap, so that's okay. In order to replicate realistic scoring ranges, here's how to track this. After the last fact of a quarter is resolved, check this quarter scoring cap and scoring track pawn positions and count the unused spaces. If there are 7 or more spaces on the track, award a bonus space to both teams. If there are 9 or more open spaces, award 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, there is not. So we're just going to leave that as is. This is a blowout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. And the visitors have to figure something out here because obviously it's not working. Phil Jackson's a smart man, though, so I'm sure he can come up with something. Coming back to Julius Erving to start. And over here, we are coming back to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Here we go. We are starting the third quarter. Home team defense quick. Yes, stolen. And a turnover. Julius Erving can't keep grip on the ball. And we got 2 shots, and we're looking at John Havlicek showing up again, taking 2 shots. That's an 8. First one for Havlicek is good. Second is a 9. Havlicek sinks both shots. I think I'm in a pretty good flow now. I think I'm getting a lot of this stuff right. We got, well, I don't know why I'm rolling dice. As soon as I say that, I'm rolling dice. Coach, timeout. So Phil Jackson knows he's got to do something. So he's going to bring in Moses Malone and hope that that can change the tides for him and his visiting squad. So here comes the dice roll now. It is a 7, which is a good old energize, and that is a point for the visitors. Comes Anthony Davis moving him down the court. Home team have defensive skill. Yes, that's a forced miss. And we are shuffling back through that deck. Visitor player have offensive spark. Yes, that is a score for the visitors. And Jerry West beats Chris Paul. Whoop. Leap. So the last team that was Jerry West, we do have momentum there. And he's got leap, and that is more points for Jerry West. The push. Let's see, we got nobody has push. Nobody has push. And we got home player have offensive quick. Yes, that is a score for Tim Duncan. Beats Bill Russell. Pick. Who's got pick? Anybody have pick? Tim Duncan does, and that is 2 more points for Duncan. Well, not 2. It's 1 on the track. And Magic Johnson rotates. Visitor player with defensive reach. Defense reach. No. Home team scores. Oh boy, the blowout continues. And through 3/4, it's 9-5. 9-5. That is 73-57 plus 4, 77-59. 77-59. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is still a chance here, but we are looking at some of the best defense you'll have ever seen. Here we go. Whoop, wrong spot. Nobody has momentum, so we're looking at just arc. Both teams have arc, and home team gets that. That goes to Tim Duncan. Even if the momentum doesn't carry over quarters. That's right. Time out. Red Auerbach sends in Hal Greer. That is a 7, and that's an energize, and they are just running away with this game at this point. Here comes Julius Erving. Ref look. So we got Julius takes the shot, and we're discarding the next fac. 2 shots for Julius Erving. That's a 5, and he clanks it off the rim. And a 4, and he clanks that off the rim. That is not how you get back in the game, Mr. Erving. Snag. Nobody has the momentum, so we're just looking for snag. And Tim Duncan has the advantage because it's underlined, and that is points for Mr. Duncan. Does the home... Oh, and George Meekan goes away. Does the home player have defensive skill? Yes. Forced miss, and that is a turnover. Home player with the offensive power. Yes, that is a bucket for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And Jerry West gets his butt handed to him. Home player have smart. Yes, that is knocked away. No points. And we are coming down to the wire. Last couple of cards here. Home player with offensive spark. Yes, that is more points. John Havlicek. And they have reached that end of the marker. And that is where the game itself ends. Woo! So the rulebook says if there's more than one remaining card, give a point, but otherwise not. And the final score of this game is 14-5. My goodness. 107-71. The visitors never even had a shot. Sorry, Rick Barry. Sorry, Julius Erving, George Meekan, Magic Johnson. So that was me playing Highlight Maker Hoops for the first 2 times, all by my lonesome. Thanks for joining me if you were here. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I do not know why my streaming software just decided to crash on me. But I appreciate your support. If you liked watching this, feel free to come back and check the box for subscribe and like and tell me all about all the things I did wrong. We got plenty of other sports here on the channel, so go back through the back catalog and take a look at some stuff. I'm looking to get some red, white, and blue racing back on the table soon. So yeah, thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for taking a look. We'll talk to you later. See ya.